First off, we're gonna be doing this Jordan Peterson crying thing, bro.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan?
That's Piers Morgan. Do you know him?
I've seen his face, but I don't know.
He's a well-known UK news figure, and he's like, he'll spit controversial shit.
Definitely well known. I've seen his face.
Yeah, I've seen him before as well.
All right, Mehdi, get it kicking, bro.
I've got to wrap it up. I don't want to, but I have to. I want to ask you just quickly, the film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not? People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. What a terrible thing to do that is. I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making you emotional. Talk about that.
Well, God, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. And certainly many young men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
When she
Come at, do you understand what he's saying? So first off, Piers Morgan was talking, and she said loner weirdo men who are despicable, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think he was speaking from his own opinion of incels, or was he speaking from the perspective of what he thinks incels mean and how people view them as a thing? Do you think he was saying how he personally felt or how he thought incels were perceived?
He was just
Doesn't
saying.
matter.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I
I don't think it mattered to him.
He was just saying.
It depends on the context. It changes the context of the question. If you could be framing personally how you feel in the question, or you could be talking about the just perspective of the book, and are you the villain in this book, or are you what I see you as the hero of these loser vulnerable men?
Well, the hero, the hero of these vulnerable men is the villain. He's the villain because he's the hero of these vulnerable men.
I'm just saying, do you think that's how Piers personally felt, or is he just speaking from the perspective of the context of the book he was talking about?
The way he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, the way he said it to
Peterson?
Pearson? Yeah, that was literally.
That
I
was
think
his
he
personal
literally.
feeling?
I think he literally said the book, word for word, what the book said a bit, right? What he said, or at least what he personally felt the book was trying to say.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
These weirdo loner men.
That's how he described incels. Do you think he was saying that
okay.
his personal opinion? Do you think he was personally saying incels? He said you're the hero of incels, being these weirdo loner men that are just really despicable in many ways. Do you think he was saying that from a personal perspective, or do you think he was speaking in the context of how he thinks incels are perceived?
Not incels are perceived, but the way the book would probably exactly the way the book stated.
How the book stated it.
It probably.
I think people do perceive incels like that.
Well, yeah, the people do. Not I don't think everybody. Yeah. That was a very, very, very strong.
Yeah,
attacking. The book seems to be all about incels being the worst people ever. So I think the way that it characterized them was really strong.
Because I'm trying to understand how that made him upset. Did it make him upset that Because if he was saying that if Piers was told him that, asked him that question, and he meant that opinion personally, he was saying his thoughts mixed in with that, I think this is what incels are, and then telling, are you the hero of these people that I think are losers and disgusting? I can see how like that would make Peterson upset that this person on this public figure would outwardly like insult these people.
It doesn't even seem to be his that doesn't even seem to be his like reaction. He seems to be very publicly react. He's like, you know, like people have and they say and like these things have been said, and like the way that the original announcer said it, he had said it in such a way that he almost was reading a quote out of the book.
Yeah, so you don't think he personally feels that way about incels?
Absolutely not.
It sounded like he did.
Oh, really? I think the opposite.
Oh,
I think it very particularly sounded like he was reading like a transcript.
Incels being these who are just
because like he's talking about the way that the book portrayed him. Like he said,
Did you hear when he said like honestly like? Did you catch that?
To the incel community, incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you?
I think he got more sad not by the dude talking stuff, but like the idea that like him standing up for people who don't usually get stood up for, or him talking about these things that most people wouldn't talk about, like, are making him being villainized. People are treating him as if he's evil and stuff when he's just trying to stick up for people who don't get stuck up for.
Yeah, and so here's what's happening. So there's like a large. You could say like there's a decent amount of like comments that are like shaming him for like being emotional on camera. That's like what really stormed up shit. That's what Advent Preach were talking about. It's how people were reacting to him showing his emotions.
Yeah.
And then you know what Destiny said? Destiny actually was like kind of like whatever, because if this was a girl they would totally make fun of her too.
Yes.
That's what Destiny said.
I believe that.
But I think a man villainized is way worse than a female villainized.
You know what? Nah, but like he's talking about like he got made fun of because he cried on camera.
He cried on camera. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is?
Did that really hurt his feelings about someone writing a book about him and him?
In his position, I understand why he would feel that way.
But you gotta. I mean, I don't understand why he would cry, because him as a person. He's been doing this for years, and people have been attacking him.
Because he's deeply empathetic.
Yeah, but
that's why he's hurt.
People are saying there was no need to cry. I understand that, but
I mean, there was no need to cry.
No need to cry, but he did. And like, I don't think he's wrong for that.
I don't think crying should be like you should be like punished for crying.
Yeah,
that seems kind of like.
But if a woman did that in his position, like, would we be like?
They'd be like, oh my God, it's okay.
Now,
so like, trashing her.
You want to know what the real thing?
No,
Destiny. Want to say where Destiny's right about? I disagree with you, but Destiny's right but wrong, in that it's just that the sides flip, right? The people who would talk shit on Jesse Lee Peterson, Jordan Peterson. Do not say that. Jesse Lee Peterson's the retarded one. You guys know. We'll do a video on him next. Jordan Peterson, though, the people who are talking shit on him are the same people who would defend the girl, though. Is the thing. Like, the people who were talking shit about Jordan Peterson are the people who would defend a girl crying. That's the real problem, I think. It's the hypocrisy. I think you should be able to joke about whatever you want and, like, laugh at him. If you want to laugh about this dude crying, do it. Because you can laugh about the fact that Chris Rock got macked. So I don't give a fuck. You can laugh about him crying all you want. Comedy.
Yeah.